Okay, Friday. These are my finds for today. Turns out I spent about $119 on everything that you see before. You, me. Today started off as a slow day. I didn't think I was going to find much. I went to a bunch of sales and it just picked up after the first few. I'm going to start with just the games on what I got today. I'm reaching for something and then I will proceed in a second. Games. Okay. Bought this game, $2. This is probably $8 to $10 game. Moshi Monsters, Moshi Zoo. I checked on Amazon the price. I got to the sale. They had advertised they had video games. Everything was gone except for like girly games, which were valued at about a penny to $1 piece on Amazon, which would make them worth $4 or so. And another sale, I picked up this NES. Another sale that had a bunch of NES games and stuff. And this is probably one of those things where the guys that went there bought like everything great, and then they saw this, and for $5 they were like, no. So that they'll buy stuff that's worth 50 or 20 or whatever for whatever little amount they paid, but they'll like leave the guy with something that may or may not work. But for $5, what do I care? I mean, I'm gonna give it to my friend. He could sell. If it doesn't work, if it works, I'll just sell it. If it doesn't work, I'll give it to my friend. He could sell it for parts. Okay, and I'm only $5 in. Last sale I went to, I got a 3DS, $45. Don't know if it works. It's in good shape, nice and clean. I need one. I don't have one, so now I do. Whatever, hopefully it works. Okay, moving on. Here's some marbles that I got. These were $3 for the bag. There's a few in here that I'm going to keep. The rest I don't care about. All right, let's see. The most interesting thing I found today, I'm going to show that now, and then I'll just do the jewelry, and then I'll finish it with everything else. Okay, this was only $10, and someone basically, this is something artistic that someone created. Let me back up so you can see the whole thing. It's shaped like a slot machine. This is basically folk art, and it's made out of like pennies and other coins, what you see here. And then also they put like a Caesar medallion on it, Tropicana sticker, some dice. It's gambling, it's folk art. Somebody created this. Here, look at the handle they put on this. This is supposed to be the crank slot handle. It's probably meant to go like this, right? And maybe they had it glued or something. And maybe if I tighten it, it would stay. Yeah, okay, if I tighten it, it seems to stay like that. Anyway, if you look, it's made out of poker chips and pennies. They even cut into the pennies. Now, I think a few of the pennies might have fallen off. I'm going to have to look for blank spots. Yeah, see in the corner over there. And then there's one there. But this seems to have been made in the 80s. And I don't know. I think it's just a really cool piece of artistic creation that someone with some artistic skills and patience made for whatever reason they decided to make it. Okay, so that's that. Now I'll do the jewelry. We didn't pay a lot for jewelry today, and most of the jewelry we got was kind of nice. This was part of a $5 jewelry buy, which turned out to be the best buy of the day. It says 14 karat gold filled. We don't know if it is or isn't, but it's kind of a neato charm bracelet. It's got a Buddha, it's got a bowling, it's got a little cabin in the woods, I guess, and it's got a 4-leaf clover. This looks to be, I don't know, it's got someone's name on it. It's just a butterfly pin, nothing fabulous. This is just a locket. It has someone's picture in it. Okay, I can't open it now, but there's some pictures in it which kind of date it. I should. All right, I'm gonna give it one more shot. If it doesn't open, it doesn't open. There it goes. Okay. See, so that looks like it's from the 50s, maybe. Kind of nice, right? All right. Lillian. It's basically a dog rhinestone pin. These are Givenchy. They're not. I mean, you can see they retail for $16.89 from $40, which they slack. Weren't worth a fortune. This little chain here is possibly silver. Here's a price sticker. Here's a flower basket pin, kind of vintagey. Here's an artist palette pin, probably from the 70s or 60s. Here's another pair of Givenchy earrings. Probably the same type of retail on these. Look, 25. Sale price 10. Just a green rhinestone pin. Hold on. That's just a chain. Here's a pin. This is kind of a long strand. Oops, I almost fell. A long strand of pearls. Oops, the stone just fell. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is basically just fell out. Alright, here's another earring, the earring that goes with it. Nothing too fabulous. This is silver. It's a little A initial gold leaf earring. I'm sure the other one is here somewhere. Whatever. There's a little heart pin for Valentine's. Here's a spider if you like spiders. The best thing that we got today, and this is part of, this wasn't all $5. We paid more for some of it. But this was part of the $5. This is 10 karat gold, and this is 14 karat gold. Possibly diamonds. I don't know. I'm going to have to get it checked out. I don't know if you can see the little teeny stones in there, but it has weight. It's if it's 14 karat gold, which it says there, right? This is worth at least $200 to $300, and that would be the best find I had today. I'm just going to leave that right there. All right, finishing up with the rest of the stuff. Got a flower canister set. It's got roosters, wood. It's got dovetails, and also there's three more canisters in there. It's flour, sugar, coffee, tea. I don't have to show those, but they're in similar condition. Thing of Lincoln Logs, super cheap, $2, and they're in there. I don't know how many, if it's complete or whatever. I wasn't a Lincoln Logs guy, but the Lincoln Logs were obviously the Legos of their day. Anyway, I got these two. I guess you could say these are shaker type style, but I don't really know. I've never had anything shaker, but the way that they made these was, obviously that's a wood base on the bottom, nailed in, but they took a piece of wood and they rounded it out and then they nailed it together here. And this one actually says something on it. This one says dry 40T. No, it's probably 4 quart measure. Maybe it's for like flour or something like that. And then here's another one that's bigger. This one I couldn't see anything written on it, but this one has leather straps on the bottom with nails. And they did the same thing. They just took that piece of wood, they obviously wet it, got it to bend. I think they call this bent wood, but this isn't really bent wood. But the way they do it is they bend the wood. And then they nailed it into, and you could see the seam of where it wraps around on the inside. Okay, I don't really know anything about that. If anybody can tell me anything about those, that'd be great. Okay, moving on. I got this. Whenever I see perfumes for like $5, I buy them. This is JD Saman's Cologne, 4 ounce, big, nice size. Here's the other earring that goes there. Okay, that's a weird thing about this one. I'll talk about this one next. Okay. All right. Oh, and this is kind of part of the jewelry. This is like just a nice enamel compact. Obviously, there's wear to the gold tone middle. There's a powder puff thing for cigarettes in there. There's a compact, whatever. There's a little comb. It's actually pretty complete. There's another compartment which I can't really just get to with a hand, and that was where a lipstick would go. I don't know if it came with its own lipstick holder. Probably did not. Don't know. But there it is. A beautiful little compact. This wood doggy has someone's name on it. It says Carl and John Poet, I think, or Post. I think it's Poet. All right, there. Not super fine detail, but whatever. A wood carving, vintage. All right, this is Fostoria. This is called the American pattern. This is a cake stand. This is in one piece. It's not segmented or joined glass. I couldn't find anything wrong with it. They had it for 14, but they took 10 because I was like, is there something missing here? Look how my fingers go in there. They don't go all the way through. There's a divot. I have no clue what it's for. I'm assuming it's a cake plate. I have to look this up. Something like this could be worth 100. Don't know unless it's incomplete. So anyway, I paid 10. I know it's Fostoria. I know it's American pattern, unless it's Whitehall, but I think it's too old for that. Here's a Murano elephant. This says made in Italy, Murano, Venezia. I paid like $3 for that. That I'll get between, I don't know, on a cheap 5, but maybe as much as 10. Crackle thing, Crackle pitcher, paid like $1. Crackle pitcher, paid $1. I found, and these were bought at different households. Crackle vase, paid $1. Covered Crackle with that swirly stuff. With, I guess they call it applied glass. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't know who makes it. Those could be Blenko. This could be anybody. It could be Italian. It has this weird, it has this cover, which I don't know if it goes with it, but it fits perfectly, so I'm keeping it together. Here's a blue glass bowl, and here's a blue glass decanter. This could be Blenko, you know, and the stopper is in good condition. I didn't see any damage. Yeah, okay. All right, almost done. Got some frames, personal use. And then I got these copper hammered, hand-wrought copper pieces. You can see it has a dovetail. They're vintage pieces. Doesn't really mean anything. Tin-lined, so I guess they could have used them for cooking if they wanted. And you can see where it's joined together there. See the kind of dovetailing? They actually did that with metal too. Anyway, that's it. That's everything I got today. Tomorrow's Saturday. Obviously, my super best find was this. My most fun find was this piece. Just a cool piece of folk art. But yep, that's it. Maybe tomorrow I'll have another lucky day. Maybe tomorrow I'll find a bunch of gold.